Welcome to News Goblins. I hope you had enough turkey last week because we sure are winging this episode. We're a weekly news podcast about all things nerdy, and we hope you gobble it up.
Fuck you, Leslie. You told
Whatever. I'm proud of what I did.
You told me you wrote an introduction.
I did write an introduction.
I trusted you.
It was in a Word document. I wrote words. It counted technically as an introduction. Came after our intro music.
That was foul.
Welcome to the bottom, Jared. How does it feel?
Yucky. Muddy. I feel damp and soiled.
That's where goblins live.
I feel a little sticky.
Oh, I don't know what you brought that with you.
Oh, all right. I sat on a payday. Here at the bottom.
All right, so welcome to episode 6.
6. I have no funny 6 jokes.
No,
Sorry.
I don't either. I do have, you actually have to give us an update on our first news story.
I do? What is it?
Did you remember to pick up my Harvey and Ivy meets Betty and Veronica comic?
Oh, shit.
No, you didn't. I knew you didn't.
Oh, we're doing this here. on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm calling you out.
Nope, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
You were in Michigan.
I was in the frozen north pining for my comic book.
Yeah, we finished moving, everybody. Yay, us.
Hooray.
And obviously, right after moving to a new town, one of the first things we did was find our local comics shop.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, and Leslie,
Secret Identity Comics.
tell the nice people what you ordered, because
Yeah,
obviously
so,
I forgot.
I ordered a new run called Harley and Ivy Meet Betty and Veronica.
Oh, jeez.
And the story is that Riverdale, where Betty and Veronica live, is offering everyone free college, and in return, they're draining the swamp. Don't entirely understand.
What?
Yeah, they're draining the swamp, and they're building a high
Draining the
speed-
swamp in the Donald Trump Washington
No, like
sense?
literally draining a physical swamp to connect them with Gotham.
So, okay. Can you explain to me the connection between draining a geographical feature and free college?
I could absolutely do that, Jared, if you'd brought my comics.
All right, you're not willing to speculate, though.
No,
All
I'm
right.
not. And because of this,
They meet up with Swamp Thing.
Ivy is very upset that the swamp is being drained, and so shenanigans.
Is there any possibility that Swamp Thing shows up in a letter jacket?
I hope so.
Why did you drain my swamp?
You're raising my expectations really high, though.
And are we having pizza today in the cafeteria?
Yeah, I want to read Jughead and Swamp Thing next.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Ivy and Harley Quinn murder people.
Yep.
Right? That's a thing they do.
It depends on the run. Yes, often.
Ivy often poisons people to death with lipstick.
True.
Occasionally, she has giant plants eat people or rip them apart.
Yes.
Harley Quinn, known associate of supervillain / serial killer the Joker,
She's better than him, though.
typically likes to shoot people, sometimes murders them with a sledgehammer.
True. All this
And
is
tell me
fiction.
again what Riverdale is?
Again, this really depends on the run that you're reading. Riverdale is where the Archie comics.
Yeah, I can picture
Take
the
place?
happy Archie comics, and then I can picture Harley Quinn ripping people apart with hyenas.
Yeah, no, they've recently gotten a little dark. The
Who?
whole Archie canon has
Oh.
gotten a little bit darker. I don't that I have been watching the show Riverdale, which is banana pants crazy.
Am I the only one who feels insane that we're using terms like the Archie canon in 2017?
No, I think
What is happening?
It's bizarre. It really is. I think they fought Jason in one of the comic
Are we going to
runs
have a
recently.
dark, seedy teen drama about Bazooka Joe next?
Oh God, I hope so. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm Bazooka Joe.
From your lips to Marvel's ears.
God. I used to tell silly puns, but now I just suck cock for heroin.
Ooh, Bazooka Joe and the Punisher.
No,
Bazooka Joe meets the Punisher.
I don't.
This is gonna be so good. Let's pitch this.
Okay, but he's literally a bazooka.
Yeah, exactly. No, he can transform into a bazooka like a transformer.
So, like, the Punisher is using him as a bazooka
Exactly.
to just blow apart mobsters, but at the
Yes.
same time, the bazooka has, like, cartoon
He's
googly eyes.
making horrible jokes, and the Punisher's like, "Shut up! Oh my god,
You really blew it.
I hate you so much."
Looks like they're going to be hanging around all over the place.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I think this could go somewhere.
they went sky high.
This is great.
No, it's not.
No, it's good. You're
terrible.
convincing me that this is a good idea. Sorry. Do you
So-
want?
I mean, I love the buddy cop comics and Batman the Animated Series moments where Harley and Ivy got together. So I guess I'm just on board for any time they do that.
Oh god, yeah, they're the best. They're the best duo. Absolutely.
But and I don't want to call you out here, but I kind of thought you didn't like Riverdale based on what you had told me.
It's not that I don't like it, it's that it's bad.
Objectively bad.
It's a
It's
bad
that my
show.
opinion is correct.
It's an awful, shallow, ridiculous show with no substance. But that
But-
doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching it.
All right. Well, it's probably achieving its goal then.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
cool.
I spend the entire time watching it, drinking wine and, talking trash about the
I'm
show.
still a little confused about what super villains are gonna do to interact with these high schoolers in a meaningful way.
Well, Jared, again,
Okay, all right.
I could have answered
Sorry, never
that
mind.
question
No one can know.
had you remembered.
We've been moving. I'm busy.
My goddamn
I'm
comics.
busy and sad. My body hurts from moving.
Okay. I'll forgive you one day.
You wanna segue into talking about the Punisher a little bit?
Sure, yeah, you got stuff on the Punisher?
Well, while I was busy not getting your comic books, I was sitting around at home binge watching Netflix season 1 of The Punisher. Let me give you a little background on it, and I'm going to let you guess what the problem might be. First off, I enjoy it. Okay,
There's a problem right there.
that is a
Is
red.
that is the problem?
That's
correct?
a red flag. It's a red flag that I enjoy it, but I do. But in a nutshell, you have an angry paramilitary guy fetishizing guns whose wife died, and he has lots of flashbacks about his angelic dead wife,
Oh.
and that propels him to shoot bad guys. Then he meets up with another guy who his wife's still alive, but she might as well be dead, and he pines after her because he has to pretend to be dead, and memories of his angelic wife motivate him to wage war with the Punisher on evildoers.
Wow, yeah, this sounds like my least favorite trope in the entire world.
It is. I mean, it's total fridging. You can tell that the writers and producers know that it is fridging, and they're working to counter that trope. I just don't know how successful they are at it
Yeah.
necessarily.
Can we come up with a new term for fridging when they're not actually dead? Is that just like ziplocking?
Coolering?
Coolering? Yeah, we'll go with coolering. So you have one fridged wife and one coolered wife.
Do you think we should tell the people what fridging is in case we don't
Oh yeah.
know that?
So I know this is a specific reference to a
Look,
horror movie.
Look, I know my mom listens to this, and I don't think she knows what fridging
Yes,
is.
okay, so
and
it's-
she's our target
There's a
audience.
specific reference to a horror movie in which a young woman is a character and then she just ends up in a fridge. The end, like she's dead. So it's a moment where a woman's murder or death moves the plot forward instead of her character development. So her only purpose in a story is to die and then be motivation for a man.
And I'll tell you, when I first heard that term, I'm like, that's funny that they named that. But once I had that term in my head, holy shit, that comes up a lot.
It comes up all the goddamn time.
And once you notice how often it comes up, it ends up feeling very lazy.
Yeah. And I often it's hard sometimes to get people to understand why that's troubling.
Yeah.
In the same way as it's hard to get people to understand why it's troubling to not have female leads
Yep.
so much because people will be like, well, just, identify with the guys. But I want you to imagine that in 4 out of 5 movies, there's a dog in the beginning and everyone loves the dog and the dog always dies.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that bother you?
Yeah.
Now imagine it's like it's a woman. No, instead it's a woman and the woman always
Oh,
dies.
that doesn't bother me.
Nah,
I'm used to
whatever, I
that.
guess it's okay.
That's what ladies are for in
It's
movies.
motivation. It's like
Yeah.
one of the things I liked about Suicide Squad, which was a hot mess. A hot mess. I mean, we enjoyed it because we love shiny, flashy action movies, but it wasn't. It was a mess. It was a mess.
Yeah.
But I liked that Katana was avenging her dead husband. Like I liked that. I was like, more of that. That's
Right.
refreshing.
With the sword that eats the souls
Eats
of its
souls.
victims, and they just
Yeah.
gloss right
They're
over
like,
that.
by the way, this
Yeah.
is the coolest part of this entire book, and we're done.
Yeah, I mean, I really am enjoying The Punisher. It's if you liked the Daredevil series, you'll probably like it. If you liked Luke Cage, you'll probably like it. It does a good job of not rushing, of doing the slow burn, of focusing in on some character studies, but it also might as well be called, Cock Explodesman in The Face Shooter. It's
You keep pitching these ideas that I think are great.
Dick Gut Punch is
The Murderator.
Exploder. Yeah.
Bazooka Joe.
Bazooka
beats
Joe is a literal bazooka in.
The Bazooka and the Punisher.
Yeah, so I like it, but I feel kind of dirty about it. I mean, they do a really interesting bromance dynamic between the Punisher and Micro. I don't know if you ever read the series.
I actually didn't read that much Punisher.
I actually did. And Micro was the guy who was in the van who took care of all the technical stuff so that the Punisher could just go out and
Blow things out.
kill people with a raisinette.
Cool.
Yeah.
Again with the ideas.
I'm
You're
all out of
you're
bullets.
on fire.
I'm going to kill you with this potato peeler.
But
Why-
not the sharp end.
Why is this taking so long? Ah.
This is from my dead wife. She's still dead.
It's her favorite potato peeler.
Somehow I killed the culprit in every iteration of my story, but then I find out that wasn't the actual culprit.
Oh,
Kind of a memento thing. You ever see that movie?
no.
Oh, okay.
So that just was meaningless. But cool.
Yes, memento disease.
All right.
All right, so
Shall we move on?
watch it, but then feel bad about yourself.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Yeah, eat it.
It's not.
Good job
That's not the Thanksgiving spirit.
supporting another white dude power fantasy.
Let's talk about a white lady power fantasy.
Okay, that sounds nice.
Let's talk about Wonder Woman 2 it has been announced as official.
What kind of guns does she have?
I mean, she has the right and the left. I'm flexing
Leslie's
right now.
flexing?
You can't see it, but it's
an audio
It was a
medium.
really good joke. Sorry, everyone. So, I mean, it's happening. That's pretty much all we know right now. The thing, this is more of a reaction to headlines. There were a lot of headlines that Gal Gadot would not come back if Brett Ratner's
I saw that.
name was attached to it. That's not true at all. She has said some things about him. But first of all, his company was not named in the credits of the first one. They did finance part of the movie, but so little that they did not appear in the credits.
Huh.
And they were not yet signed up to finance Wonder Woman 2.
Well, in the clickbait level of information I have about this, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I had too. So no decisions have been made on whether or not he will be part of the movie. And if he is part of the movie, it will probably be so small that he will not appear on the credits. And Godot has made no proclamations that he should or should not.
So I assume the movie will be about Wonder Woman dying and then Superman being sad about that and then having to fight bad guys because of it.
And it turns out her name was Martha all along.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's all we know about Wonder Woman 2, but I'm very excited.
When do we have any kind of schedule for that?
Not really, no.
Well, I'm just glad that it's greenlit.
Yeah. I mean, how could it not be? Like, it kicked ass.
I've pretty much hated every DC movie since The Dark Knight, except for Wonder Woman. So
Yeah. And then I guess we have to talk about the fact that Justice League has come out, although neither of us has seen it because none of the reviews made it sound exciting at all.
I'm gonna see it.
We both have to go see it.
Did I tell you my secret shame about it while you were in Michigan?
Yeah, you bought a ticket and then didn't go.
Yeah, our local theater has, assigned seats, and I bought a ticket. I forked out $12. The hour rolled around that it was time for me to go, and I said, meh, I'm going to continue playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp instead.
Yes, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is the thing we should probably talk about.
Oh, you want to?
It exists. Yes. What level are you, Jared?
Like 17.
Wow. I'm level 8.
Yeah, I mean, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is a pretty, obvious, straight over the plate, kind of cookie cutter video game about, a golden retriever realtor putting you in charge of a campsite where anthropomorphic animals come and you have to pay them in squids and shellfish to be your friend.
Yeah, and then they give you money.
And if you have the correct furniture and give them enough squid and fruit beetles, they will visit your campsite and just be there, basically.
Yeah, and then they'll say cute things to you. I mean, it's a very common trope.
I really like it.
I
cannot.
Me
yeah.
A lot of like an updated version of that Wii game or the Mii game, MII.
I remember the Mii's for
Yeah.
the Nintendo Wii, but I don't remember a game
We
associated
definitely
with that.
played it like super hard for a couple
Oh,
months.
okay. Oh, I do remember
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
So you could like have your little house and you could take pictures and answer questions and then visit your other people's houses, and that was it.
Yeah. So I've been playing Pocket Camp obsessively, like, cutting off human relationships and not showering in order to play this game. But I get the sense...
Do we need to have a talk?
Maybe. And I get the sense that, much like with that Mii game, I feel like I might be hitting the plateau of, okay, I think I've experienced the fun this game has to offer.
Yeah, I've already hit it. Like, I got a sweater that looked good on my character, and I'm like, I'm done.
Well, I've hit the cycle where all I can really do is visit my friends and give them kudos on their cool campsites. Yes, I can see what clothing and furniture is available in the market. And now most of the things I build take like 7 hours, so I think I might be done.
Yeah, I think I might be done too.
Don't tell the golden retriever realtor I said this, because she really entrusted me.
Yeah, she was really excited about what you were going to do at camp. You were just going to turn it around. It's had a hard time lately. She had such a good time there as a child, and now it's
I have to say, it bothers me that you can't be an animal.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be the only human
good point.
in this magical... I don't know what to call it. Maybe a fursona?
Yeah.
Maybe.
The Fursona Kingdom?
Yeah. I don't think that's a term, right, on the internet. So maybe be some sort of furry thing.
Are you... I mean, I feel like we need to have an intervention. No, actually, you should be innocent. Yes, you're right. You made it up. It's not a thing.
Let me chase my bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Play it. Be obsessed. Accidentally spend Earth money buying Leaf tickets.
Did you?
No.
Okay, good.
Maybe a little.
Jared.
Maybe a couple of dollars.
You bought fucking internet Leaf tickets, but not my fucking comics?
Your comics weren't in my living room. I'm sorry, I forgot. What else you got?
All right, so we have an update to one of our previous reports.
That's just Ed.
And this is actually like a couple people sent this to us. So thanks, guys, who were listening and paying attention and wanted us to look into this. And it's another like clickbaity level thing. Mm-hmm. So at first, what I read pretty much backed up what people were telling me about it, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. So the headlines usually read something like Belgium's justice minister calls for loot box ban.
Oh yeah, that story.
That's not what's happening. It's so the description.
Did Belgian waffle?
No, it's a country, dear. So basically, the commission has been formed, has gotten together, has put out a statement about this, has not finalized its decision, and it's part of like a larger investigation and discussion about gambling in games. And that's it. They haven't made any decisions. They haven't made any calls.
So they keep going back and forth on it. You could say they're waffling.
Oh my God.
They're Belgian.
No, I got it.
Waffling.
No, we got it. You were angry for gobble in the beginning, and now you're just...
Powdered sugar. Well, so what? We don't know. They have made no decision.
So, I mean, basically from this, we can say a bunch of governments are talking about this a whole lot. We do not know yet if any decisions are going to be made or if any big changes are coming.
Come on, Belgium, protect me from myself.
We don't live in Belgium, so...
Can't they protect me here?
No. We do have another update on that line, though, which is that Star Wars Battlefront went in and quote-unquote fixed its microtransactions.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
Reduced them dramatically.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah, I am too, and I haven't seen any reports from my usual places about how effective that was or if it dramatically changed the game. But what it does mean is that a bunch of nerds making a bunch of noise about stuff does sometimes have positive results. Yay! Good job, guys.
Yay, nerds!
Yay, nerds.
Yeah, like how we have a lady Doctor Who now.
Yeah,
I think that's so cool.
I do too.
I gotta work back up to caring about Doctor Who because I don't know. I got kind of, what's his name? Who's the writer?
Yeah, the writer we don't like.
Moffat.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yes. No, I don't.
Yeah.
The episode where she's a model, but she's all sad because she can't have a baby, so she has to divorce her husband. And I'm like, did you talk to any women?
No.
Like, ever? This is weird.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Just all of his depictions, I mean, all of his characters just made me uncomfortable.
So far, I like the images I've seen of the new Doctor. And somebody pointed out that she dresses like a character from an educational 80s children's show.
That's true.
Which I just love. She should be driving a magical school bus. And if you think about it,
She is.
she is.
A magical infinite.
Yeah, they're going to travel through time and learn things. I think it's a very
They're
appropriate
going to
outfit
learn
choice.
that the power was inside them all along.
It was love.
It was
the
love.
secret was
It's
love.
always love and time travel.
Oh, is that all you got?
No, I got one more
What?
thing. So this one is very personal, kind of.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So I have a friend from high school named Joanna,
Hi, Joanna.
and she was one of my nerd friends in high school, and she and her partner have just started a podcast.
Oh, cool.
And it is right up all y'all's nerd alleys. It is called What's Lightsaber Precious?
Oh, jeez.
It's available on SoundCloud. And let me read the description. Joanna takes one article from the Encyclopedia of Arda, the internet's oldest Middle-earth resource, and tries to explain it to Ryan, her partner, while Ryan chooses one entry from Wikipedia, the comprehensive Star Wars database, and tries to explain it to Joanna.
Oh, I like that.
And I listened to their first episode, and it's a gosh darn delight.
Oh, I'll check that out.
Yeah, so everybody should check that out. They're hilarious, and they did a really, really good job. And I look forward to their next episode. And they keep talking about like doing it maybe once every 2 months. And I hope that they don't. I hope they do it more often.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. So we've got what? 2-3 weeks until the new Star Wars comes out? Do you have any predictions?
I'm gonna cry. That's my prediction.
Oh, I mean-
I cried in the theater before Thor Ragnarok when the preview came
I'm
out.
gonna cry.
Like the moment it was like that first, I already had seen the trailer, so like I knew everything in the trailer, and so her hand touches the rock, and immediately I'm crying.
See, there's no question we're both gonna cry.
It's gonna
I'm
die.
asking if you have any plot predictions
I don't like doing that.
that you want to put down in stone now so you can win something.
Ugh. I'm afraid that Rey and Kylo are brother and sister. I don't want that
And
to
their-
be true.
And their dad is R2-D2.
And their dad is Han Solo.
Oh.
I mean,
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think that's gonna happen. It's cheap and dumb, but I still think it's gonna
I think
happen.
Rey is Emperor Palpatine's cousin.
Go on.
They don't talk very often, but they were at summer camp together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
and like they're going to be a flashback where she's making like a popsicle craft, and the kid at the other side of the cafeteria table it's just going to be like a 12-year-old body, but the head of Emperor Palpatine that you remember from Return of the Jedi. But he's just going to be making googly eyes on a popsicle stick.
Yeah, and he's gonna lean over, and Ray will be like, "I can't get these popsicle sticks to stick together," and he's gonna go, "Glue it."
I feel like we could end on that note.
Yeah, we could.
Glue it.
Glue it.
Search your feelings.
Yeah. He's sitting on the shadier side of the table, which is the bark side.
Did you ever see the movie Heavyweights?
There's more trees. No, I have not.
About the fat camp? All right.
I honestly thought you were referring to that one movie with the boxing AIs. I thought that was called Heavyweights.
No. Boy, I think it's close. Did you ever see Ernest Goes to Camp?
Yeah, you made me watch it.
Okay, good. Good job, me. I think the flashbacks will be like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Ernest in this? Luke?
Jar Jar.
Oh my god. I don't like that.
You used to know what I mean, Vern?
I'm suddenly completely against this idea, like strongly against it.
Yeah, but we'll listen back to this in 3 weeks, and I'm going to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Search your feelings.
Yeah.
Hey, you can check us out on Twitter and Facebook, where we have a presence and we say silly things.
You can also give us a review on iTunes, which helps other nerds find this very nerdy resource.
You can email me at newsgoblins@gmail.com. You can tell us corrections, like my buddy Cal did when he pointed out that Emily Gordon did not direct The Big Sick. We're going to call that a Cal-erection.
A Calrec. Considering he has given us 2 so far, I feel like he should have his own segment.
What did we get wrong this
By
week's
Cal.
Cal-rections?
All right, everybody. Well, that's all we have for you this week. I hope that you had a good holiday, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Tryptophan.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.